What do you see? Smoke from the House of Wisdom. What does it mean?
Our precious books. This is worse than the loss of the great library of...
People, calm yourselves. The fire was small and has been
Allah's
contained.
wrath is upon us.
Most of our books are safe. The danger has passed.
Old man, how did this fire start?
Old man. Fazil Fahim is old as the House of Wisdom, which he commands.
Forgive me, Ustadi. I spoke in haste. Can I help?
No, the fire has been quenched by the Watermaster's bucket brigades.
Who started these fires?
Ruffians, I suppose. Enemies of the Khalifa, to be exact.
What sort of books were they burning?
It is too soon to tell.
Perhaps the caretaker of books would know. I am searching for Ahmad ibn Musa.
Ah, yes. He has a workshop here, but I have not spoken to him lately.
Peace be upon you, Elder. I shall go. I still need to find Ahmad ibn Musa. But I should also speak to the caretaker of books in the library.
لابد أنه مجنون من الأسف. أتعتقد أن حسين يدرك أن الجاحظ يشير إليه بكلامه؟
Greetings, Ya'am. If I may, where is the scholar Ahmad ibn Musa?
Ah, yes. The most adventurous of the Banu Musa. His workshop is right behind me.
Thank you, Ya'am.
Bassem, hey! 9 fingers, over here!
Nihal! What do you have there, sneak thief?
A book. I managed to save at least one from the fire.
If they catch you stealing...
They cut off a finger. No, wait. A whole hand.
That is not funny.
Then don't laugh.
All right, you are in a mood, and I have things to do. Nothing that concerns you.
Oh, secret hidden one stuff. What are you doing this time? Stabbing? Stealing? Stabbing and then stealing?
That is your specialty, Nihal.
Just because you lost a finger does not mean you've lost your touch.
All these tools and books. Looks like Ahmad's room. But where is he? Ahmad always signs his work. This is definitely his doing. Measuring tools, like my father used to own. But these are Ahmad's. The letter says these books are for Ahmad. Ahmed seems to be working on something new. But what? Diagrams, machine tools, and other oddities. This is definitely Ahmed's workshop. But where can he be?
Pardon me. May I help you?
I am looking for Ahmed ibn Musa. Do you know where I can find him?
I may be able to help you. Follow me. Is this your first visit to the House of Wisdom?
No. A friend and I used to sneak in as kids. We taught ourselves to read in your library.
All young people should follow your worthy example.
The caretakers who chased us out of the stacks every day did not think so.
Merely doing their jobs. And what did you study in the House of Wisdom?
I loved poetry and heroic tales. My friend preferred pagan gods and dark magic.
Interesting. And did you follow your youthful passion and become a scholar?
When the whole world awaits. No. You might say I am a man on a mission.
Ah, well. What about your friend?
No, she still searches for something. Though what that is, I do not know.
A shame.
The sun feels good upon my skin.
It's not far now. Hurry, hurry.
I feel like a cup of tea.
God! Help! I'm under attack!
You lie!
Send me your white left! Don't nod off!
Again!
I am inevitable! Victory!
Keep him alive!
I like strangling!
Spare me the chat.
Again? Ah!
Please, don't hurt me.
You led me into a trap. I should slay you where you stand.
Spare kindly, Hamid.
Then tell me, where is Ahmed ibn Musa?
Please, sir. I don't know where he is. Truly, I do not.
Then why lead me into an ambush?
He made me do it.
Who is he? Not Ahmed, surely.
I don't know his name. For he always wears a mask.
And what does this masked man want?
He commands me to keep everyone away from the House of Wisdom's dig site. Or else,
Or else what?
he will hurt my head. Like with the others. Please, spare humble Hamid.
Where is this dig site?
It's in the wilderness. Outside of the city. Hey, let me draw you a map.
The map should lead me to the dig site.
יש תפיסה טובה יותר של העניין.
I should check the second floor.
He owes me money. I don't know. That's the caretaker of books.
A partial list of books that were burned or gone missing. What is an ancient manuscript in unknown tongue?
I wanted to read the Hayat al-Hakim.
Don't want you here. Hold on. Hey, you. Won't take long.
In the fire.
Who burned all these
The library is guarded. Something must have happened.
I better get back.
إذا كانت مدينة المخرم الحديثة تشير إلى مدى قوة جيوش الخليفة فإنني أشفق على أعدائي. مشيت خلالها في طريقي إلى باب خراسان ورأيت رجالا.
Hey! Bleed! There is no here!
أعترف بأنه مدير
اصنعي خليطا للسويق المراد إعداده ثم انظري عليه. لقد غادر هذا الصندوق.
إذا ضقت بالوصول زرعا وكانت معك الوصول فأنصحك بأسواق العباس حتى تتأكد من أن الأسعار آمنية، لكن مع وجود بضائع فاخرة وزبائن ناجحين.
ما بال بيت الحكمة ومجاري المياه؟ إنها نعمة أن نعيش في أكثر المدن تحضرا في العالم. من ليسعه التباهي بمدينة أرقى منها؟
بالمناسبة على جد الحديث عن الأشياء التي البلدة حسب المدينة بشكل جيد على الإطلاق.
قضيت ساعتين في الطابور عند باب العنبر البارحة. مثل هذه التأثيرات ضارة بالتجارة.
I'll be waiting.
أولئك الرهبان إنهم يشربون
Yeah! There you! What?
Show me the path ahead.
Hey! I'll silence you!
Now you die! Someone is going to pay for this! I've got all day! And
The caretaker of books. Something in his hand. Fabric. Torn from a woman's gown. But whose? He's dead. But he wrote Mansach in his own blood. I wonder. Strange fires and a dead caretaker. Horrifying. I should hurry.
Today, that all controlled products and items must be marked by the official seal. Remember,
Go away.
Better keep my eyes open. What do you see, Enkidu? Let us reconsider the approach.
Attention! Prepare the prisoner on Zahra's order.
A prisoner? Here?
Wait, what?
That guard might have the key.
I am your fate! God is with me!
Hold on.
Hey, you're dead! Look, Arrow! There you are! Stay back!
Enkidu can explore safely now.
God grants me strength!
A fall from a poet. Lend me your eyes.
What are you doing? They always go for it. Saved my backside too many times to count. That's how I killed Khurramdin's chief guard back in 23.
Fighting with the Amir of Barda back in 38. Got a spear in the back. Lucky I'm alive. Though you call witness.
Ah, it will be a great warrior who bests you. And given you'll likely be dead, I won't have to hear all about it.
Yeah! Don't kill me. Please. Give me more time. I almost cracked it.
Don't worry. I'm not here to kill you. What are you trying to crack?
The book. I said I couldn't. This is not a language I know, but she gave me no choice.
Who?
A woman named Zahra. One of the scholars here.
What is this book? What is it called?
The only thing I know is that it is written in a script unlike any other. And I have seen hundreds. The way Zahra talks, it's more of an artifact or relic than a book. I lied about my progress so they wouldn't kill me. I can't read a single word. I don't even know if it's a language.
Where can I find Zahra?
I don't know. She could be anywhere in the city. I just want to go home.
All right, get to safety before the guards return. Must be something here to help me. This order letter mentions Arib. An innocent reference, or something more sinister. This book makes me uncomfortable. I will leave it here. This peculiar machine. I saw something like it in Ahmad's workshop. This letter gives the location of the scholar Zahra's estate. Time to visit Zahra's estate and see if she is involved with the order.
dirty piece of dung. You will slip.
I need your help, my friend.
Hey, you die now! What's the matter with you?
هل جن جنونهم؟ اعتبار العالم أوسع
Greetings.
Be what?
What have you got today?
Take a look. I always try to keep those in stock. Very well. Going to enhance your gear? Thank you. Is that all for...
I must take...
So long.
I... I need your eyes, my friend. Cast your gaze, Enkidu. What see you, my friend? Let us get a wider view.
Off with you!
Huh?
Back! Off with you!
Nothing can hide from us, Enkidu. Go, Enkidu. Such a massive dig. What are they up to? Such a massive dig. What are they up to?
قبل العشاء بإذن الله.
Impressive work, my friend. Are you digging up something for the Khalifa?
Never you mind all that.
The remains of past empires intrigues me. Do you mind if I take a look around?
Look at the old rocks all you want, but don't touch our tools and chests.
I would not dream of it.
Heat makes me ill. Oh, I want to vomit.
Whatever you do, don't ask for Dr. Hassan.
I know. I know. Here, just like the other.
Mercenaries guarding the site. They must have found something important.
كانت بغداد وعاء مقبر عملاق.
Nothing here for you.
When we get paid, Captain, we will get paid. One way or the other. They don't have much to steal. But it's something.
Are you the leader of this battle-scarred band of war dogs? You must get paid well.
Not as much as we want to get paid, I'll tell you that.
Care to do a little work for me?
Maybe. What's this job then?
See those fancy Khalifa's men over there? I might need a hand.
Let's work something out.
Spoken like a true mercenary. Here is a token of my appreciation.
Hey, it's honest work.
Survey the area, Kido.
Wait!
Nothing important here. I should keep looking. Nothing. I should see if there are any more chests around.
Why couldn't we be both? Protect the merchants for a little extra.
I've been watching the Emir's
Some of this! Face me, you stone sucker! Spineless cur, face your fate!
Why is the fool of a scholar travel with so many chests?
Good one, but keep your guard down!
Eat the worms!
God will not suffer you to live. Where did...
This chest has Ahmed's signature seal on it. Must be his. Interesting. A letter to Ahmed from a Dr. Hassan. Ahmed must be at the hospital working with this doctor. But what is a famous inventor doing with a doctor? It must all link together somehow.
Yes, Sahib. No, Sahib.
Better keep a low profile. The Bimaristan, where the best healers in Baghdad gather. Finding Dr. Hassan should lead me to Ahmed.
Another one from the big side. This time with a broken finger.
I need to find a way into Dr. Hassan's office.
It's best never to speak of these things.
Guide me, Engineer.
Take bombs for shade. Harissa nearby for water.
Hey, what? Ah! What in God's name?
Be my eyes, Enkidu.
من الأفضل ألا أنخرط في الأمر.
لا بد أن نعود.
This letter proves it. Hassan is neck deep in the Order. The symbol of the Order. This all but proves that Dr. Hassan is one of them.
I have some burned scholars here. Some scholars from the House of Wisdom got burned trying to save the books. We need that room for the patients.
No! That's Dr. Hassan's private laboratory. It's locked. No one must go inside.
So we just leave the burned victims outside? Will someone answer me?
Please, use your indoor voice. You're upsetting the patients.
Dr. Hassan keeps his laboratory locked up. I wonder why. Show me everything.
I know you're there. Hey!
Yeah. I need your eyes, my friend. You're...
Nothing.
What a life, eh? Paid to stand around and tell people what to do. I'm very good at it too.
There is nothing wrong with my message, only the mechanism itself. Needs more subjects, more...
The doctor is dead. Now to find Ahmed and solve this bloody mystery.
Basim, what happened here?
Where were you, Ahmed?
I was around. I'm always around. Would you tell me what happened?
Are you aware this man works for the Order?
He called on me a few weeks ago after they found something in the desert. An ancient mechanism of some sort. They needed me to...
And you asked no questions.
I never ask questions when it comes to work. Do you?
Tell me about this mechanism.
It opens a path in the mind, a path to the ancient world. This mechanism somehow seems to open the doors of perception.
Have you seen this for yourself?
No, but I heard the stories of those who have. They are lost, Basim, because they think what they saw is reality. They think they belong to this ancient world. I knew nothing about the Order being involved. If I did, I would have come to you. I got caught up. You know me. You know me, Basim.
You will leave this place and return to the Bureau. I will not tell a soul if you do not.
How shameful it is that knowledge always ends up in the wrong hands. Isn't it, Basim?
The Christians drinking got out of hand.
I should look for other leads in Abbasiyah.
Go. Muscle now.
Zahra's estate, but nobody's home. Now is my chance to search her place. Let us get a wider view. Wooden weapons and training dummies. Looks like our scholar wields both pen and sword. Zahra is definitely tied to the Order, along with somebody named El Rabisu. Learned all I can. Better get to high ground and get ready. Zahra might return any minute. Another book of poetry by Arib. She definitely is popular in certain circles.
Servants, prepare a glass of date juice on ice. And serve it with a plate of honeyed bread and pomegranates. Then prepare the bath salts. I am utterly beat. Paradise is where you find it. That old fool tinkering with his worthless ancient disc and helpless patience. Bah!
Of course, Sayyidati.
The real answers are in books. They are always in books. Am I not right? When I get that book translated, then we'll see who is the real head of the order.
As you wish, Sayyidati.
Something's wrong.
What the hell?
What's going on?
Better.
Hold this stuff.
There you are. Right.
Fight smarter.
Not going. Not yet.
You're raven face.
That's right. Fought you well, but be patient. Got it. You won't survive.
You can't.
I see.
Zahra thought that strange book would get their great work functioning. Good thing Hunain could not translate a single word. I should return to the Rafiq.
لقد صارت الأمور أبسط بكثير.
Basim, join me on the roof.
فلتصحبك السلامة في رحلتك.
Basim! I knew it was you. You're not the only one with eyes that see afar.
So, Tabid, you have filled the streets with eyes and spies.
Such is the life of a Rafiq. Without my knowledge, where would we be?
Knowledge is a tool, a weapon. It can be used for good or ill, and the Order is using it for ill indeed.
What have you learned?
Rot runs deep through the House of Wisdom. They are using some ancient book, hoping to build a wicked device.
I have heard rumors of this blasphemous contraption. They call it their great work.
The Order is experimenting on people, lethally. I have stopped them for now, but someone called El Rabisu is running things at the House of Wisdom.
Any idea about who this Rabisu character could be?
I have my suspicions about the great scholar, Fazil Fahim.
That fragile old man?
The clues I have gathered tell me so.
It could be. The House of Wisdom will be hosting a great symposium soon. An informal gathering of scholars. A lecture, refreshments, chatter. Even the great Arib will attend. Go, spy out this puzzle with care. But do not throw your blade at the symposium. We don't want to show our hand just yet. But if Fazil is guilty and alone, then like a viper, strike. But you must be sure.
Before I act, I will be sure.
أقدم أفضل هريسة في بغداد. الطريقة التي يوصف بها صاحبها القمح باللحم.
He trains camels. He promises he will pick me a win.
الأمر على حين هرة. لقد لقي حتفا الشائعات حول تلك النظرية.
אבל הזאבים מסתובבים ליד שדות המרעה.
بالتعامل مع الإغريقيين فخذ معك ذلك الغلام الصافي الأسد. إنه ذكي جدا. ساعدني بشأن رحلة.
Good to see you. Well met.
Allow me to...
Here is what... The tools do make a difference. Agreed. Time spent on one's gear is never wasted. Nothing else?
I will be off.
Farewell then.
أيضا.
The symposium should be here. Baghdad's brightest, sharing their wisdom. I better not use my weapons here.
أتعتقد أنه تغيير الموضوع على حسابات
Pardon me. I am looking for the great scholar's lecture.
Basil Fahim's lecture about the antediluvian antecedents of humanity will begin soon. In the meantime, please enjoy our ample stock of exquisite delicacies and tasty refreshments.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniya, the poet?
لا تسئته. ابن لوقا شخص ذكي جدا، لكن المسألة تكمن في نشأته.
Where is Arib al-Ma'muniya, the poet? Where is Arib al-Ma'muniya, the poet? Where is Arib? I hope to catch a whiff of her magnificent aura. So rare to see her outside of the round city.
The beloved is in the garden, ruminating upon the perfection of nature.
Oh, to be a flower held in her discerning hands, inspiring such languid verse.
She must be relieved to be free of her wealthy patrons, for a change.
Oh, perhaps she leads an exciting secret double life, slipping out of the palaces to find inspiration in common life.
I doubt it.
Lend me your eyes.
إذا أردت المساعدة في التعامل مع الإغريقيين فخذ معك ذلك الغلام الصابئ سيقدمه إلينا بيده، لكن تلك العدسات قد قطعها ذلك الزميل البيزنطي الذكي ابن لوقا بالأمس.
Hey, Nine Fingers! Over here! I told you I'd see you around.
Indeed. And what brings you back?
I want to show you something. These House of Wisdom boars collect the wildest trinkets and gadgets.
I have been here before, Nihal. This is Ahmad ibn Musa's office. Have you been sneaking in there?
Ahmed and his brothers are capable of designing some fantastic devices.
Not all of his ideas are that practical, I'm afraid.
Don't be so smug. The world is full of wonders. Does this remind you of your nightmares?
No. More like something from the Bimaristan. Or a training chart of the Hidden Ones.
Ah, yes. The swift ways to kill silently. Death in seconds. It gives me a tingle down my spine. Like I'm nearing a cosmic secret.
You read too much about magicians and lost cities buried beneath the dunes.
You don't read enough. Perhaps there are other worlds, other people, out among the stars.
Nonsense. This. I have seen this one before. Is this what you wanted to show me?
Yes. It reminded me of that object we found at the palace. What is it?
A drawing from an ancient book.
There is something you are not telling me.
You do not want to know what happens behind closed doors.
Why? Because you do not know either?
Because, as Derwish says, sometimes it is better not to know the truth behind the things we must do.
The truth, Basim, is that everything is here in front of you. But you refuse to look at it. This is about you. It has always been about you, ever since that night.
I took an oath, Nihal, to leave my old life behind and walk this path of shadows.
And maybe someday you will find the light. But until then, I will walk behind you every step of the way to remind you not to forget who you are.
Is that a threat?
I do not know.
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
يمكننا حساب الميت.
There is that poet Abid loves, whose work keeps turning up in unexpected places.
Spirit of the sands, pilot of desert ships. From distant lands bring to our ears, from your wind-touched lips.
Yes?
Symmetry of sky and sea, but only in thine eye do these two planes meet.
You have read my work. And who might you be?
A lover of poetry, nothing more. And of order. Or should I say, chaos.
I know only one living poet who loves chaos that much. Ali ibn Muhammad. Are you a fan of his pedestrian work?
The rivalry between you two is legendary. It enhances the craft. I cannot choose.
You are most diplomatic. But I would rather seek inspiration among these lovely blooms.
Good day.
الحصص التموينية يشق علي تفكر الإجابة.
The translator? What is he still doing here? Hunain, you should not be back so soon.
I know. I'm still nervous, but I couldn't stay away from my books.
I guess we must always do our duty.
Wada'an.
That astronomer might be one of them, though I doubt it. Sayyidi, I am honored to make your acquaintance.
Good to see more young people enjoying the House of Wisdom.
Do you think the great scholar will give a good lecture?
Do not waste time listening to his nonsense. I have written many more edifying and practical books instead.
On which topics?
I have written extensively about sundials, astrolabes, stars and planets, and the circumference of the Earth.
Fascinating, Sayyidi. I shall read more of your work soon. Wada'an. Sounds like the lecture is about to begin. I should return to the Kahraman. Pardon me. Is Fazil Fahim's lecture ready to begin?
Indeed it is. Head inside if you please.
Welcome, one and all, to the House of Wisdom, center of learning in Baghdad, indeed, of the entire world. I am Fazil Fahim al-Kimsa, first scholar of the House of Wisdom, wisest of the wise. Today, I will shock you with what may sound like outrageous blasphemies. Do not fear, good people. Though I am old, my mind remains sharp as steel. Today I speak of mysteries, of creatures from the antediluvian age. Do not the ancient prophets tell us about giants from before the flood who forsook Allah and worshipped false idols? Is it not possible these giants built marvels, works of wondrous power, now lost to us?
Zahra and Hassan are both dead, slain by an assassin's blade. They are dead. Sayyidi, I urge you to hide until it's safe. Apologies, people, but our lecture has concluded. Please, feel free to explore the House of Wisdom's many fine chambers.
You call yourself the great scholar, Fazil. You who burn books and hope the smoke will hide your crimes. How many did you sacrifice in your search for knowledge? How many did you use, damage, and discard in the name of discovery? Now you hide within the House of Wisdom. The house you led astray. But I will find you. And I will exact justice for every soul you savaged for your great work. It is true. Fazil leads the order in Abbasiyah. I need to hunt him down.
تبين أن الكتاب الذي عثروا عليه
The old fraud Fazil went into hiding.
ولم يؤجل. يا لروعة انتقال منا عكس النسبة غير معقول. لقد راجعت الأمر 100 مرة.
How exciting. What do you think frightened the great scholar?
The old fool must have imagined one of his antediluvian creatures. He's an absolute disgrace.
But where did he run off to?
There's rumors of hidden passages beneath the House of Wisdom. Maybe he hid down there.
I have heard the rooftop gardener mention these places, yes.
What a colorful detail to include in my verse. The scholar by secret tunnels fled, chased by delusions of deities who want him dead.
I need your help, my friend.
متأخرا الليل.
Pardon me, but I heard a rumor about a hidden basement beneath the House of Wisdom.
A secret basement? You must be joking.
No, not at all. Surely, such a large building must have basements and cellars to store books and inks.
I'm aware of no such location on these premises.
Perhaps a little token of my appreciation will jog your memory.
Most generous. Murders, mayhem, and bonfires. It's time for me to depart the House of Wisdom. Father has a fine carpet shop in Samara. He always wanted me to take up the family trade.
A wise choice. Now, about any hidden cellars?
Oh, yes, of course, forgive me. Now that you mention it, there is a basement hatch in the northwest courtyard.
Thank you. Gatekeeper, let me pass.
Those who came before are...
What are you talking?
Those who came...
Let me get back to you.
I've lost Fazl's greatest work.
نحتاج إلى الاستفادة من أداة
Looks clear.
I've lost
I can use my
Fazl's
weapons
greatest
again
work.
if needed.
What do you mean you lost the great scholar's masterwork?
I'm sorry. I was distracted by the presence of the famous poet Arib.
Forget the poet! We better find Fazl's book, or we're both dead.
Sounds like part of a passphrase. book looks out of place wedged behind a desk like that. A history of the great scholar and his magnificent reforms of the House of Wisdom by Fazil Fahim. Not sure if this is the correct volume.
I'll nail bits of you to every one of the city gates. A likely spot? What?
Taste this! Setting yourself yet?
Wait, what?
Find peace, warrior. This letter mentions a private reading balcony. Might be where the reader has taken the book.
Cloud.
An impressive volume. Written by Fazil Fahim. Could be his masterwork. Its title is Those Who Came Before Are Those Who Shall Return. This has to be it. I better not use my weapons here.
Nothing here for you. What? Hey! Meet your god! Shoot the spineless god! Coward won't be so lucky next time. Hey!
Show me everything.
The Greek folks are cunning.
That led the charge into drive. It was me. He was too busy. Yes, Sahib. No, Sahib.
Keep to the roof, I say. Plenty of work to do up here. Safer too. Avoid dark hallways. Especially after the murder in the library.
Hey, that's no way to behave!
This place coming too. And those screams from the...
This key could be useful.
What's that? What in the... happened here?
Why me? Curse my luck. You!
There, got you!
Where are they?
Where is the Kahraman?
I wish to complain about the shortness of the lecture.
I better not use my weapons here. This key could be useful.
Powerful terror on the Great Scholar's face.
Look like somebody about to get his skull drilled.
How compulsive.
Forget I mentioned it.
Gatekeeper!
Those who came before are
those who shall return.
correct!
Looks clear. I can use my weapons again if needed.
Hey! What the...
Just a matter of time, dead man. You're dead, stand back!
Who? Nobody gets past me. What? Trouble about. Feel it.
There is a deep wrongness here. A reek of rot and iron. Those robes might help me get closer to Fazil. What have they done to these people? Poor guy will not need this anymore. This should help me blend in.
me back there. I don't belong here.
Next subject! In here, now!
There are horrors here, but the most terrifying thing is that I have seen it all before. Somehow.
Who dares meddle with my great work? Killing my allies and spoiling my lecture. It's an outrage.
It looks like the handiwork of a trained assassin.
Must be some faction in the Round City. Or one of those jealous broods in Sharqiyya.
These killings were too subtle for mercenaries.
No matter. Once I understand how the mechanism works, I will prove myself to Al-Bahamud.
In here, Lackwit.
Please, God, something happened.
You are new, aren't you? I don't recognize you. They promised you gold when you volunteered, yes? No matter. What you are about to behold surpasses all worldly riches. Don't be afraid. Are you afraid? This is my great work. I call it Arua. It will take you on a journey to another realm. Why did the first ones leave this world behind, filled with fools, I wonder, and make so few of me? We call this the House of Wisdom, but its foundations are unsound. For beneath the House of Wisdom lies the Dungeon of Ignorance, and upon such dark secrets we build our philosophies. Science is the noblest purpose. Knowledge is the greatest power.
No.
No? Then what?
Justice.
This may be the place. It may be here where lies absolute knowledge. It is not how I remember it. Behind the doors, it looked brighter.
But in the end, all we see is darkness. No question about it. Fazil was neck deep in the Order. The scholar's notes. He believes in these ancient beings, the masters of memory. How did you find this place?
Easy. I just followed the trails of blood.
You should not be here.
Do you talk to him?
Sometimes. Yes.
But he does not answer. I do. We have drifted apart since that day. But what we have seen back at the palace, this light, these sounds, we cannot have possibly forgotten.
Unlike you, Nihal, I keep the past in the past.
You call yesterday the past? And this jinni of yours, this repulsive shadow that crushes your chest, has it crawled back into the past too?
No. It is still here. Sometimes, even in the day, I feel its breath on my neck. The nightmare invades the real world, or has always been part of it.
This is part of your reality, Basim. I am a part of your reality too. I am your past. Tell me, will you leave me there? In the dark corners of your memory?
I will not.
Now, if you could invent a mechanical rug sweeper... Basim.
It is done.
And how did it all play out?
I'm afraid this is a tale for another day. We will save it for one of our campfires.
You have done well, my friend.
Better get back to my work. You know how easily I get bored. Thank you for what you did, Basim.
It is the truth. You have done well. One last thing. Arib, was she involved?
Not that I know. But we must remain vigilant.
Easy, Basim, I am here. Basim, Tamahal.
I cannot keep them waiting.
Are they aware, your companions, that their hunter is hunted in his sleep?
If it were in my sleep alone, I could bear it. But it followed when I fled Anbar. Now it stalks me when I slay those I hunt.
The ones from the palace, in the masks.
4 are dead at my hand. The last, the head of the snake, will join them soon.
Why slit its throat when you could loosen its tongue?
What? Why would I?
The Jinni only struck in sleep. It never dogged you by the day until you reached into that chest. The masked ones prize what lay within. The ancient object that woke at your touch. They may hold more answers living than dead.
I hunt my enemies. I do not break bread with them. I took an oath, Nihal.
How can you hunt when you are hounded? If you could walk the dark unburdened, you could better serve the light.
I stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent, not from the order of the ancients.
If you will not ask your foes, then at least ask your friends what slept in that chest. And why they sought it.
My companions wait for me at the Harbiya Bureau. Clear your mind, Basim. Focus on the task before you.
Don't like it there. Got a nice little land.
There, one of the Thahabin members. I should investigate. Oh. Well met.
Well met.
Let us see.
Plenty of... Have a gear improvement project in mind? Very good, sir. Never leave home without some. Thank you for your preference. Nothing further.
I must be on my...
Be well.
تعال وتحدث معي. يا لوقاحة هذا الأبله. لا أمانع.
Another shard. I should find a use for all these shards.
You took your time.
Did you wait up, Master?
I wait for no man. You look tired.
Nothing a little adventure won't fix. What news?
Ali thinks the time is right to attack the palace. The Oyun are distracted and the people divided.
Divided how?
Some are claiming the new Khalifa stole the throne from Abu Abdullah, son of Al-Mutawakkil. What do you know of him?
Little. He was there at the palace, the night his father... The night I reached into that chest. Master, have we learned anything more about the object within?
Why do you ask?
It seems a shame we know so little. about something the Order prized so much. Should we not seek to know our enemies better, the better to defeat them?
Marhaban, Basim. Have I interrupted?
No. We must turn to the task at hand.
Of course, Abu Abdullah. Rebecca tells me you have met his mother, Qabiha.
I did. I think she could be first among our foes. She, or Arib the poet, or Muhammad the governor. All three had ties to our enemies.
Muhammad ibn Tahir. His cousins govern the land on which Alamut sits.
Their protection is all that shields us from our enemies.
I cut our enemies' legs beneath them, master. Let me strike while their stumps are bloody. I will unmask them and learn their intent.
Basim is right. We must act swiftly.
Go to the Round City. Investigate all three, but take no further action. Reports back to me atop the house of the previous hill.
A hungry belly has no ears. If it is you seek, you might check the board.
Welcome, welcome.
Have you any new tools for?
Here's what I... Is that it?
If you can
take a look. Seen enough?
Thank you for
farewell.
Poet, politician, and concubine. I will soon know which one wears the mask. Fulad, my finder of facts.
How can I be?
Tell me about Arib. Her words were as scripture to member.
A gifted artist and poetess, Arib won her freedom through anything else.
What do you know of Qabiha?
Born to slavery, Qabiha rose to become Al-Mutawakkil's favorite concubine in the harem. Yet her son was not made Khalifa, leaving her future uncertain. Anything else?
Tell me about the governor. I saw him give orders to Wasif at Turkey.
Muhammad is one of the Tahirids, powerful viceroys of the Khalifas in Persia. He governs all Baghdad from his seat at the courts. Anything else?
Where can I find our suspects?
All three live within the glorious Round City, the power center of the Abbasid Khilafah. Anything else?
Shukran, Fulad. They say the harem is home to hundreds, secluded and kept from sight of men. This place may be more secret than Alamut. They say no man may enter the harem unless he is a eunuch, or the Khalifa himself. I am neither, so this could be interesting. Guide me, Enkidu. What beautiful homes. Far different from the slums of Anbar. Survey the area, Enkidu. The home of the poetess, adoring fans. They are very well armed if so. Let us hope she is home.
You will not bar me from my guest. This is my house.
Fought with my generosity!
But by my genius.
For tokens, favors, and personal dedications, you may find Sayyida Arib in the garden after her recital. Good day.
You must be her patron. It is an honor, Sayyidi. If I may, I seek a private audience with the poetess. Do you? I have been moved beyond words by her words. Symmetry of sky and sea. I only wish to express my sincere admiration.
Pretty words. Nearly as pretty as hers, and just as false. We both know what mask she wears, don't we?
Mask, Sayyidi.
Enough, Sayyidi. I know what you are, and I know why you've come. You think I haven't seen you skulking in the shadows. She's no longer party to your plots. Your secret meetings, your foolish nicknames. I have scrubbed her clean of them. For I have set a watch on her door. My men dog her recitals. Every letter she's had of you I have shredded or sent back.
Sent back?
You will find them piled at the Postal Bureau. Burn them. Bury them. Do what you will. You can choke on them for all I care.
Foolish nicknames, secret meetings. The patron may have thought me a member of the Order of the Ancients. The piles of letters at the Postal Bureau may reveal more. Let us see what mask you wear, poetess. The Postal Bureau. I will do as the Oyun do. Sift through strangers' mail and sniff out conspiracies.
Maybe we'll hear Kabiha play if the eunuchs take it over.
بشأن تحديد مصدر أي اضطراب يقع في الجنوب.
Hey, what's all this then?
There must be mail here from every corner of the Khilafah. Now to find Arib's. Dearest Arib, your poetry has touched me deeply. You are my oasis, lush and ya al-qaraf. After the honey drips from her lips, a Thalab leaves the garden and follows the mouse. Secret order correspondence? Bad poetry? A bit of both? Harib could be a Thalab. The patron spoke of a recital in the gardens. I could give this letter to Harib and see where the vixen leads me. I will go to the garden, give Athalab her letter, and follow where she goes.
Rage as the ocean, I will sweeten your storms. Scorch as the desert, I will bathe. Be you ocean, desert, cobra, dove, all shapes and humors will I embrace. Hello there. Have we met? Come, don't be shy. I rarely bite and I never leave a mark. It seems there's no privacy in the public eye. How came you by that letter? Who put you up to this?
I work in the dark to serve the light.
I've met the men who serve the light. It seems its glare oft leaves them blind. Are your masters so blinkered and bumbling?
You were warned, you son of a dog. Come, Arib. We will set no tongues to wagging here.
Yours is the tongue that will not still itself, even when I beg for silence.
You spurned the counsel of he who raised you, and without whom you would still be nothing.
I raised myself. I authored myself. I have written myself into history. You are banished from my pages. Now be gone!
How can I leave you to wolves such as these? You're a woman alone, unarmed.
Words are weapons enough for me.
Then let us see what defense they offer. Take her.
There is somewhere the Sayyida needs to be, and you are delaying her.
It seems that words can summon shields.
We will need to make this quick. Arib has left for her secret meeting. I must hurry. The letter commanded Athalam to leave the garden and follow the mouse. Perhaps Arib is not lost to me yet. How far will the fox flee?
I, for one, am outraged.
He's an outlaw! Guard! Help! Stop him! Call the watch! This is a man they are hunting.
Yet another painted mouse.
Got that one on the thigh from Talal's backswing. You were boxed in.
The Greek dogs are cunning. Those fireflies Brad mentioned, they are real. Turn off
Don't tell me I lost it. Where?
Fetch the watch.
No. Don't! Help! Guards! Please Degenerate rascals are vicious. Be careful.
Did I drop my...
Follow the mouse. Really? Like mine. What kept you? What to? You should bring him before the Medallion Court.
But he thinks only of my reputation, Sarah. To safeguard success, I must be palatable, discreet. He fears I am too proud.
You? Never.
I write that love is feral and free, unbound by strict Euro statute. Should I not practice what I publish?
Practice makes perfect. It also makes enemies.
So be it. But let me choose them. Courtiers, caliphs, patrons, partners. So many men have tried to decide my enemies. And friends. Though Allah knows I once chose poorly.
He hid himself well. And the poet needs patrons. Even one so great as Al-Talab.
Well, I have my pick.
Good. There's troubled times ahead.
I will be fine. I have survived 6 caliphs. I will survive...
6 more.
Don't worry, Sarah. I'll kiss the rings I need to kiss, but I will not be bound again. Not by anyone.
Secret meetings, coded names. There is no trace of the Order here. Still, she has her pick of patrons. Maybe the head of the Order is not Arib herself, but an admirer.
Perhaps he's an innocent man in a cruel world.
Poor likeness.
Do not even think about it. Keep walking.
That was friendly. I will have to find another way in. What do you see, Enkidu?
Her influence wanes. Her followers dwindle by the day.
Kabiha is a great woman, Farah.
She was, while Al-Mutawakkil lived, but her son did not succeed him, and her time has come and gone. When the tide ebbs, will you be swept with it to the sea?
I do not like to get involved in politics, Nasreen.
Please. We know what you are. Enough! The new eunuchs will be arriving any minute. Meet them at the gate, Makira, and try not to make a mess of it. Come, Nasreen.
New servants mean new faces in the harem. If I had a eunuch's uniform, I could slip in among them.
I was with Iqbal that day. In the walk around.
Go, Enkidu. That looks like a good fit. Shame someone is already wearing it.
أرأيت كيف ضرب الفتى؟ لم يحتاج أن يتحدث بطريقة سيئة إلى سيده مرة أخرى.
Let us just move you out of the way.
تفصل بينهم بالتساوي شمالا وجنوبا. معهم تعليمات جغرافية دقيقة
A bit tight across the chest and gut.
غلام صغير ومعه سلة مليئة بالمعجنات
الكندي كاهلي بعبء سيدنا ألطف طبعا لبقيت.
الذهاب لمشاهدة تدريب.
يدي على آخر أفكار يمكنك تصور ذلك؟
Are you going to go to the camel races? I have a friend.
Hopefully this will work.
Tamahel, do I know you?
I doubt you would. This is my first day. I would hate to be late. Makira! Assalamu alaikum!
You know him, Makira?
What? You have forgotten me already!
No, I'm sorry. It has been a long...
That is all right, fair one. My face is quite forgettable. Unlike your own. Farah is expecting me. Between us, she terrifies me. Please do not make me late for her.
Let him in, Abbas.
Barakallahu fiki, Sayyidati.
You have to stop.
Άρχισες, μπούγισον. Η Φάρα θα είναι έξαλλη.
Sorry, that was Greek to me.
What are you doing?
Makira! I was just...
Breaking into Kabiha's office? You are no eunuch. Leave now, or I'll tell Nasreen. I'll tell Farah.
Tell them what? That you let me in here? I cannot imagine they will be pleased about that. You are a kahramana, no? You serve the concubines every need. When is the last time someone asked what you needed? Someone who would not judge. Someone you could forget was ever here. There must be something you need, Makira. Or want.
There is something. Abbas at the gate. He has eyes for Farah. The Walad. He doesn't look at me. But Farah uses a paint to make her eyes bigger. And if I could have some, I think he might...
Say no more. I am at your service. Where can I find this paint?
The storage room, but no one is allowed in. Apart from Nasreen. Farah trusts her with everything, even her magic potion.
Farah has a magic potion.
She has Nasreen carry it. Tells her when she wants a sip. It makes her breath foul. Still, I'd give anything to try it myself.
And so you shall. And in exchange, Makira, what will you give me?
The key to that office.
Eye paint and magic potion. Your wish is my command. Eye paint and magic potion. Seriously? Bigger eyes might add to my disguise. No, focus, Basim. You need that key. So what is this magic potion? Ah, I see. Alcohol. Here you are.
Oh, thank you. The others say I'm too young for paints and potions. But I'm not too young to know why they use such things.
Of course not. Now the key.
They only know more than me because they've all read this book. The Garden and its Mysteries. It's all about biology, the body, its secrets. It is quite infamous. Have you read it?
No.
Farah keeps it in the Khalifa's quarters. They're on the roof.
Makira, we had an agreement.
Please, if you could just get the book and...
Oh, fine. But then the...
Paint, potion. Now she has me fetching body books. I meant to play a servant, not be one.
Hey! Good spot for a spider. Ha! Hold it there! What?
Quarters fit for a Khalifa. The Garden and its Mysteries. Not much spice to the title. I guess that was the idea.
Abu Abdullah's ambition knows no bounds.
But Farah, he cannot still believe he will take the throne.
Have you met his mother?
الآن بعد أن تولى ذلك الشاب المدعو سيتسنى لنا أخيرا البدء في العمل على أرخميدس. لقد كنت
There you are. Enjoy. Let us hope she does not come up with any more tasks. I think I have created a monster.
Did I ever tell you?
Why do I need to learn algebra? I am never going to need it.
The book is in your room. Now...
So? Are my eyes bigger?
Huge.
This potion, it...
Yes, I am familiar...
Wait! You have to return the potion to Nasreen. If Farah finds out it's gone...
Fine. Drink...
This is the last time, Basim. Put your foot down. Back where you belong. The potion is put back. All is right in the world. Now I will get that key from Makira if I have to pry it from her hands.
It is done. I am done.
Thank you. Funny, I have a bit of a headache. What happens now?
You give me the key.
Oh, right.
You do not have it. You are afraid of Qabiha. What?
No. Her star is fallen. They all say it. It's just... I was having fun.
Finally. Now to find my answers. A hairpin. Nings. When did Qabiha get it? A signed book of Harib's poems. The ocean, the desert, the cobra, and the dove. A map of the Khilafah and Alamut. I remember this perfume. I smelled it in the bazaar, and perhaps in the harem. But on who? Yet for its grandeur, the room is all but empty. Things look to be missing, including Qabiha herself.
What's happened? Farah is being poisoned. Something in her drink. I saw Nasreen give it to her.
What is this? What did you give her?
She always drank from it. She asked me to give it to her. It's harmless.
You call this harmless, Nasreen?
You should go. Now. Give me the key.
What happened to her?
Me. You really shouldn't have left me alone with that flask.
I'll search the rooms. You with me.
I did nothing. I did not hurt her.
What did you do?
Relax. No one is looking at us. They will be far too busy with the book they find in Nasreen's room.
Nasreen's room?
The garden and its mysteries. Nothing bawdy, just a study of native herbs, their properties medicinal, poisonous, cosmetic. Belladonna, deadly nightshade. It does make the eyes look lovely in small doses. Shame I had to waste it all on her. What? You saw them? Farah and Nasreen, dripping poison in everyone's ear, spreading lies and rumors about my mistress.
Qabiha.
One dead, the other disgraced. No one will hear them now.
Yes, Ala. What?
Loyal. In Qabiha's absence, I defend her throne from those who would supplant her.
Her office is empty. She has abandoned...
She will return from the palace when the danger has passed.
You really should not have told me that.
It makes no difference. You will never find her. Now, play nice. There are children present. Nice uniform, by the way. Suits you.
I can do nothing for Farah. But if Qabiha is the head of the Order, I could still spare those who have yet to suffer at her hands.